All right, that is it. The Miami Heat beat the Chicago Bulls. They are going to where Rampage is tonight. Milwaukee, they're going to face the Bucks. This is the most basketball I've watched in a long time. Thank you for joining. If you are here, we're not here for basketball. We're here for the B show, the C show of AEW. We'll see what it is tonight. Got a lot of stacked stuff on the card tonight, but thank you for joining the live watch party of AEW Rampage. My name is Zach from West Coast Pop. We got a lot of stuff planned for this broadcast. News and rumors, of course. We have trivia. We got 9 fun questions where you can take the belt home tonight as I knock the computers over. 9 questions you can answer live and become tonight's champ. And we have a lot of stuff you can see in the banner down below. HBO Max is going to be restructured as just Max. We're going to talk about that. Why? Because it relates to the show that we are watching tonight and what it can mean for AEW and Tony Khan. Talking about a lot. Talking about Harry Potter. Talking about Tiny Toons. Talking about the Barbie movie. We're going to talk about a lot. But let's check out tonight's lineup here as we start up, as the NBA is still doing some interviews right now. We're going to get a match from Emi Sakura versus Taya Valkyrie. Aussie Open is going to take on the Best Friends. Why do I always get the Best Friends on Rampage? I don't know. Just not a fan. Mark Briscoe, Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, and Singh are going to be in action, probably against some local jobbers. We'll see. Jack Perry versus Sean Spears. No Jungle Boy on there. They're really phasing that out. Sean Spears also wants to face MJF, so that's interesting. And we're going to hear from tag teams left and right. The Hardys, FTR, and the Jazz 2.0. This is Rampage. Thank you again. Let me get your chats as we are finishing up here with the the Heat and the Bulls. That is it. NBA is finishing up right now. If you did watch the game, let me know what you thought of it. I just caught the very end. Oh, Noob's got an idea. Noob, by the way, you're easily the champ last week. Good job, Noob. Did a great job with the Super Mario trivia. All right. For Sunday, 10 things that need to happen after Trish Stratus' heel turn on Raw this week. I don't know if she's going to... We'll talk about that. We'll definitely talk about that. I don't know if there's going to be 10 things because she's only going to be around, I think, for a little... Until like SummerSlam, maybe a little after. But I do like that, Noob. Do appreciate that. I got one from Fat Laces that we might do on the show, or an upcoming Rampage. Let me know what you're up to this weekend. A lot coming out in the next few months, including Guardians. We've got a fun vampire movie coming up this weekend with Renfield. A lot of random stuff. Stuff's gearing up for the summer. We're going to go through some commercials, and then hopefully Rampage starts up. We got it early tonight. Thank you for everyone who watches way over on the East Coast. We are right here in Hollywood, California. Again, my name is Zach. And if you haven't subscribed to the network, we got a lot of great stuff going on here. We do pop culture, video games, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So be a member of this great family. Mr. All Power, how you doing? 10 things that need to happen in WWE Women's Division. I like that because we can include Trish Stratus in that. I like that. I think those women's tag titles are cursed. I don't know what it is. Something's up every time there's a run. So hopefully Liv and Raquel can break that curse. I think the Iconics are the last ones to have like a really good run with it. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Time to call up some NXT tag teams to get that division going. More commercials now. Evil Dead Rise. Ads for that all over the place. Do not eat while you watch the trailer for that. I don't know if we're going to get more interviews or anything else after this game here. We got some more NBA commercials. Rampage should be starting up maybe about 20 minutes early. Let me know if you're looking forward to anything. Let me know what you thought of Dynamite 2. We had a lot going with that. With the return of Jeff Hardy. That was a good moment. I liked it. It's funny they took the time to paint a chair, but it's Jeff. Why not? If you want my opinions on the Bullet Club Gold, you can tune in to the show on Sunday. I think that's it. It's the Wolfpack. It's the NWO Wolfpack. That's what the Bullet Club is now. Is what it is. I do hope we get a Four Pillars match at Double or Nothing. That's the match to me. You can think of a big one. I don't want to see MJF versus each one. Let me know what you think about that. But and Noob says the women's division, the WWE women's division lacks. Well, I don't. I'll say no to that. Hit the chat if you agree or disagree with Noob. That is a hot take, Noob. Hot take. You just want Markova in there. We're gonna see some stuff in the women's division tonight here in AEW. We speak on this every week about the women's division in AEW. If you want a bonus 5 points for trivia tonight, how long do you think the women's match will be? Whoever's closest without going over, you get the bonus point. How long do you think the women's match is going to be? It has been squash after squash, around 2 minutes or less for Taya on Rampage, not on Dynamite, on Rampage. Do you think that's a good sign or bad sign about Jade losing the title? More commercials, Wyndham Hotels and Resorts. Maybe that's where Bray Wyatt is. I got a Bray Wyatt question in trivia, so we're going to hit it up. A lot of NBA commercials. I know NBA is a big meal ticket for TNT, but on the show, I'm going to say stuff on Sunday, and I want you to guess what I'm talking about. So if you tune in, I'm just going to say random things. I will tell you what the category is, just for fun, to kind of do throughout the show too. And thank you all for tuning in all week. Thank you all for tuning into the Atari video I did. Thank you for tuning into the show last week. I know it was a long one, but the three of us had a lot of stuff to go over, and we love your chats. I think Rampage is starting up. Ty Valkyrie needs to be on Dynamite more often. Thank you. At all. She was only on Dynamite once. Rampage should be starting up right now. That should be the intro. It is. Oh, we get it early tonight. 15 minutes, 17 minutes early. Jim Ross on commentary. The tag team match is first to kick this off. How do you guys feel about this? Like New Japan belts, AAA Mania belts, all defended on AEW television. Does it take away or add to AEW? Because again, they have so many belts by themselves. So now when you have like all these people coming in and being belt collectors, I did like the Kenny version, but not Kenny's fault, but could have been done a little bit better. Do you think it takes away from other belts in AEW, or do you think it adds to richness and adds more building up to Forbidden Door? Let me know what you think about that. Again, trivia tonight is going to be a mixed bag. If you want it earlier, we can do it earlier if you want. We will be talking about the Warner Brothers Discovery HBO Max turning into Max later as well. But again, if you're on the East Coast and you want trivia early, let me know. All right, the intros must have been on YouTube if they even did it. This is pre-taped, and they obviously didn't. I bet they probably weren't even on YouTube because they didn't know when the game was going to end. But the Heat are facing the Bucks in Milwaukee, where they are tonight, right now. Pre-taped, obviously. Rampage in Milwaukee. I'm not a big fan of the Best Friends, and I constantly get the Best Friends on these Rampage streams. There's so many people. Let me know if you have Honor Club for $9.99 a month. I think ROH started very strong. What I'm seeing from this week's ROH, I don't think it's worth the $9.99, but we'll see. It's maybe just one off week in my opinion, but some squashes on there. Okay, so FTR is probably going to come out after this match. If you saw spoilers, so like, what's the point of him jumping up for that? Oh, all of most of Jazz is coming out now. All right. Sean Spears, Jack Perry coming out. Will he break what has been said about him? Will MJF show up on Rampage? They said earlier in a good promo with the four, he doesn't appear on Dark. I think they even mentioned Rampage. He doesn't show up on that. We could get MJF tonight, but who knows? If you watch SmackDown, let me know how SmackDown was. Was Vince and Gorilla? Was it a Triple H show? Also, if you saw Super Mario Brothers, let me know and give me a rating out of 5. And again, if you're not watching live, please hit the comments or respond. I feel like this would take more out of you doing that for offense than it would just banging the backs together. If you went to Dynamite or if you're going to an upcoming Dynamite, let me know. I'd love to pick your brain and see how they format it now. I know when Knock went here in LA, he sat through a lot of wrestling. They put Dark like in between Dynamite and Rampage. Also, again, if you have if you have Honor Club, let me know if you think it's still worth it. If it's going strong for you. We're going to talk about if Max, the new version of HBO Max, is going to be worth it. They have 3 price tiers, and of course, the expensive one is the one where you're going to get 4K. Aussie Open and Control. They got to be FTR's opponents for Forbidden Door. That's got to be what they're building up here. I wouldn't put them at the Vegas pay-per-view because it wouldn't make too much sense. I guess it would make sense, but Mr. All Power says they got it. A trivia question revolving around Bianca is coming up as well. All right, next commercial break, we'll get into news and rumors. This one is a quick one. American Dad coming back for a 500th season. Seth doesn't really work on these shows anymore. He's doing other stuff. I know he does the Orville and stuff like that, but yeah, it's like all different writers and stuff. He just comes in and does some of the voices now. So, Real King of Fighters. I'm good. How are you doing? It's the freaking weekend. More picture in picture. This guy right here in the Scott's commercials from Game of Thrones. We're going to talk about Game of Thrones and Max, the new HBO Max coming up. More Game of Thrones coming your way. The new season of House of the Dragon just got into production this week, so that was a fun watch. It's going to be, I think, shorter next season. All right. Kind of a slow-moving tag match. I guess you don't really need to do much. I don't know if AEW has this, but WWE has the time right next to the hard cam, so wrestlers and refs know like when to cut a segment. I don't know if they have that in AEW. If you've been to a show and you've seen that, let us know. I find that very interesting and smart. Yeah, is Family Guy still on Fox? Is it still on? I'm not sure if it is or not. Yeah, I mean, I used to watch both of them when they were on. Family Guy when it first appeared was very different. Not different. It was still the same show, but it was very different because it came out in like '98, I do believe, and it was positioned with The Simpsons, and it was just different. But I liked it. It was canceled, and then it was brought back, and it was canceled, and it was brought back. I do like Family Guy. I do like American Dad too. American Dad, I couldn't do a binge of that. I couldn't marathon that show. Going up to the top. So there's been a lot of debate on Keith Lee's look. I'm going to talk about this on Sunday, but leave Keith Lee alone. Never tell him to dye his hair. Let the man just be. Renfield coming out this weekend. Robert Kirkman. There's a series I do believe that he started in Marvel that is going to be a trivia question as well with the X-Men. He said he enjoyed writing this movie because it was a one-off. He didn't need to worry about a cinematic universe, so I'm excited to check it out. Dark Elevation Plus. Sorry, that one popped up. Let's talk about this really quick as the best friends kind of pick up some steam here. When will AEW announce their new show and what should it be called? I forgot what they have a trademark for it. It's going to be called something. We said it on the show before, but I totally forgot. They're going to announce it soon. So rumor is they're going to bring back CM Punk. The show that they announced for the Chicago show they announced on Dynamite is the rumored date around when he's going to be coming back. And they do want to do a soft roster split on that Saturday night show. So certain people aren't around CM Punk or CM Punk isn't around certain people. I don't know how anyone's going to feel about being on the new Saturday show. And I don't know how the Saturday show is going to be compared to Rampage, which Rampage is kind of the C show now. I do believe ROH kind of took over as Tony Khan's B show. Different companies, yes, but it still has a lot of AEW people on there. Lance Archer, Brian Cage, Claudio's on there, Yuta. So, but I know the name is out there. I know the name is out there for it. Fat laces, always a pleasure. I swear I want to do a video on that link about the metal bands. The placement on there. Let me just know if you have any Aussie Open just picked up the win. If you have any the placement of some of those bands I think are they're wonky, but let me know what you thought of the list. Thank you for sending that. I appreciate that. Aussie Open takes the victory. All right, Sanjay Dutt is on. Jeff Jarrett. He looks like he's pissed at Bud Light. Look, I don't like Briscoe with this group, but if we're gonna get a good Briscoe versus Lethal match at a pay per view, I'm all for it. This should be somewhere in the mid card of the next pay per view. Sanjay, I cannot believe that the pencil is. Oh, look at this. That's okay. The Australians won tonight, and now we're getting Double J, Jay Lethal, and Mark Briscoe. All right, we're gonna see him coming up next. We'll see who takes the guitar. If anyone takes the guitar, I want to know if anyone here owns a guitar. You know, some of these can be very expensive. Even like a decent cheap one is pretty expensive. We're talking like in the hundreds. I wonder what kinds he uses. If anyone knows what kind of guitars Jeff Jarrett breaks on the regular, let me know. I'd like to see how much they cost. He's a good old boy. All right, Dax and his shadow are out next. Let's hear from FTR. Oh, that's the Hardys. Here we go. FTR, what will they say? They get some smoke now. Dax overselling the CM Punk return big time on his podcast, almost making it seem like the elite, if they don't take up this challenge, they're either chicken or something. It's a very weird thing to do when people like just not only tweet about it, but then they talk about it on their podcast or another podcast. I find that almost sabotaging a little bit, but I don't know how in communication everyone is in AEW. A lot of stuff going on with Thunder Rosa right now and stuff that she said about Britt Baker and the comments Britt made on that All Access train wreck. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. My whole thing about the Hardys is I want one last good run with Jeff and Matt as the Hardy Boys. And then I do believe Jeff needs to leave the industry. This industry enables a lot of behavior. I do believe if Jeff finds he's an artist in other senses. He's very talented. I think if he finds something other than wrestling, he'll be just fine. It's just traveling, the bumps, and all this stuff. I think it's time to just. I think it's time for the Hardys one last good run. Any promotion will have them. They're all right. They're shiny. Not as good as this one. That's right. You can win this tonight with trivia. I got 9 questions. This is a sexy belt. Printer paper and packaging tape. Yeah. All right, they're making their all elite thing right now, but Aussie Open still needs to challenge them. How many people have that haircut in wrestling? I know Dom's got it. One of the Aussie Open guys just had it. All right, 4 more years, FTR says. 4 more years of wrestling. They're signed on for 4 more years, and then they are done. He is almost like choking on his gum. He shouldn't. I know wrestlers like to talk with the gum. Sometimes I'll have phrase this right. I will have like a mint or something in my mouth. Say something else, but I was it keeps the saliva going that way. I don't have to go to the water that often. All right, Dax. He's just wrestle. Just wrestle, Dax. Just wrestle. Dax, is he wearing skinny jeans? Those still a thing? Do you like that FTR got the titles right away? I think it's just like really. I get the storytelling with the guns. I do not think they should have taken the belts off the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed have kind of cooled down now, and now they're doing stuff with Jazz, and now they're really going to cool down. If they do not cool down, that's all on the Acclaimed, not on the booking. It's time to play the game. Triple H is here. Triple H busy just running SmackDown without Vince. Hope it was a good show. And Triple H, guess what I watched last weekend? Scream 6. Finally saw it. I liked it. I think people overly hyped it, but I still liked it. One last ride. That's what the Hardys need to announce tonight, too. One last ride with the Hardys, one good one. Kind of how they did the Expedition of Gold. They need to do that. Yeah. All right, 4 more years of FTR. Any dream matches? I think they've kind of fought everyone in AEW. Nah, nice and early. As soon as NBA ended, had to hop on. No Rampage next week. At the end of the stream, I'll announce why. And all right, we're talking about the Hardys already. All right. We're going to talk about this in a second here. I'm going to talk about more on the show Sunday. No, we got to do that yet. Like 3 weeks late on that. Sorry, Real Kings. The Cerebral Assassin is in the chats. Isaiah Cassidy and Hook with them. Oh, just get rid of the firm. The firm does not work. It does not work. there are good pieces that are in a puzzle that don't go together. The firm deletion. Where and when is this going to happen? Up next, we're going to get Briscoe, Singh. All right, let's do some news and rumors. Let me know if you got anything. It's kind of a slow week. Max is. Secondly, that's the second tier of those two. So I don't know why they got rid of the top tier of them. I mean, HBO brought name value to boxing, to comedy, to series. That's okay. We're going to talk about it later. But let's get into some news and rumors right now. I agree with you. That is a stupid name. AEW Milwaukee, that's where they are tonight. But on Wednesday, they did a whole bunch bringing food for people in need. You can look this up. I saw this on Twitter and I do with Instagram too. Good on them. They brought in a ton of food. One of the highest amounts that food bank has ever brought in. So good work, AEW, being in Milwaukee. All right. King and Queen of the Ring has now changed to Night of Champions. Let me know what you think about this. I don't know the reason. I do believe it's probably because they do not want a Queen of the Ring tournament over in Saudi. That's just my opinion. But also, Roman Reigns on this date, I do believe, will hit 1,000 days on May 27th. So that's what I do believe the reasoning for putting Night of Champions together. What does this mean for the tag team champions on the men's side? And we talked about the women's tag team champions. Will they even be there for Night of Champions? This is a very odd thing. There's so many different things with politics and other things involved in this. This is why these Saudi shows, man, I hope they're nearing the end of the whole deal. But King and Queen of the Ring will not be happening. It is now Night of Champions, where Roman Reigns will hit 1,000 days. And also, we don't know if Sammy or KO will even be there because of the politics and other things. And also, the women's tag team champions will be there or not, or if they'll have more than one women's match. Messy. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. I do believe they can still do King and Queen of the Ring during the 2 weekly shows, separate each tournament. You can do a Queen of the Ring on 3 hours Monday Night Raw. Give them the night. You can still have men's matches and segments on there because it is 3 hours, and you can do the men's King of the Ring with a smaller amount of matches on SmackDown in 2 hours. Again, you can have an opposite gender match before the main event for each one, but there's ways to still do this to still make it a big deal. Then you can do the coronation ceremonies on the next night or the next week. Woo! Becoming Ric Flair on Peacock is Emmy nominated. I haven't seen this, but if you've seen it, let me know if it's good. It is on Peacock and it is Emmy nominated. WWE, you need to get the Bloodline and Sami Zayn up for Emmy nominations for what they did this year. All right. Which is going to come out first? Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which will now launch February 2nd of 2024, delayed again, or AEW's Fight Forever, where the people in AEW say it's ready to go, but the people in charge of the game itself saying we could put it out if you want an imperfect game. WWE screwed up with creative this year. A lot of weird things. Dealing with Vince McMahon stuff, dealing with the sale, the Saudi stuff. I just believe Triple H keeps pushing a boulder uphill. My favorite match of the year, I do not know yet. I'd have to think about that. That's a good question. And the draft dates have been announced 4/28 and 5/1. Thank you, Matt. That is on SmackDown. Sue Squad, I hope it does too. It's going to come out in some way, shape, or form, but not until 2024. Next bit, I have the Flash merchandise is out on sale. You can see, was it Evil Flash, or the far left is the Flash, and then to the right is Dark Flash. That's what it is. And going along with that, coming to Max, the Flash will stream in the fall. So if you do not want to support this movie monetarily like myself, you can watch it on Max, the new streaming service from HBO Max this fall. That's it for news and rumors. Let me know if you have anything right now. Reach for the Sky. Mark Briscoe's coming out right now. Let me try to find the slide. There we go. Mark Briscoe out. Thank you again for joining tonight, Friday. We're here a little bit early. NBA ended. It is 60 degrees here in beautiful Hollywood as the sun starts to set. A gloomy day. All right, this has to culminate at Double or Nothing. I don't want to watch this for a long time. Like when Mark was in ROH in the last few weeks, I thought it was really good. This is kind of going backwards, but Booker of the Year, TK got it. So, all right, let me know in the comments. Do you want trivia next, or do you want Max talk next? Let me know what you want. All these jobbers: Serpentico, Luther. Okay, so they picked these guys, so Singh could probably get some work in. Fight Forever better come on. I know Knox gonna get it, but I don't know if I'm gonna. I was really looking forward to that Suicide Squad game, man. Spider-Man 2 is coming out this year. Here's another weird thing I didn't put in news and rumors. Spider-Man, if you have the PlayStation Network, part 1 is leaving the PlayStation Network, so you can no longer play that one for free. I do believe Miles Morales is sticking on there, but there's like 2 or 3 other Spider-Man games that are being added. I'm pretty sure it's just being taken off so they can get more sales when Spider-Man 2 comes out. Oh, Luther is still in AEW. Matt, it was someone's birthday in AEW this week. I have that as a trivia question. I didn't even know they were in AEW anymore. They have not been on TV at all. All right, now you're taking the small guy Serpentico with Singh. Look, Singh botched right there. He didn't know if he should go for the move. I'm sorry. In real life, Serpentico versus Singh. I'm picking Serpentico. Singh and Omos. Just too much work needs to be done with both of them. The Man Scout. We're really bunching them shorts up. Speed it up, Singh. I don't have time for this. Still going to be longer than the women's match tonight. Again, if you want bonus points, tell me how long you think the women's match is going to be closest without going over. SmackDown update. After SmackDown tonight, Ray and Bad Bunny versus Priest and Dom could be a 6-person tag with Zelina and Rhea. I'll take that. I'll take that in Puerto Rico. I like that, Matt. Let's see if that guitar breaks. I don't think that's a Louis Vuitton guitar. That's it. Excalibur's already promoting something else. Oh my God! They didn't. They didn't need to show that. That cut opening. Oh, that is gross. KO and Sammy versus the Usos set for 4/28. That's one of those draft dates. Okay. So that's going to be on Raw. They did all this blood stuff on Dynamite. I unfortunately do believe that they're going to give the men the blood and guts this year, when I do believe it should be the women who kind of built up for it. All right, here she is, Taya Valkyrie. All right, 709 right now. AEW has a huge roster that I forgot sometimes who's on there. Totally. Sometimes we go over it on the show for random reasons, but 428's a Friday. I got you. Flip flop. That makes sense. And then you don't have to worry about doing the draft stuff with NXT. That makes sense. 2 minutes and 50 seconds from bell to bell from Fat Laces. If anyone else has anything else, let me know in the chat. That's a good time right there. That's going to be a long one for Taya on Rampage here. I do not believe. I don't know, man. I don't think they're showcasing Taya right. Oh, no entrance for Sakura. Get the feeling that we're getting blood and guts between the Elite and Blackpool Combat Club. Yes, noob, that's it. It should go to the women this year. It should go to the women. You can introduce new people into the fold. You got 5 or 6 already on the original side. All right, bell to bell. I think I got 7:10. Let me know if you're keeping time. Ooh, nice chop. Advertising fight forever down below. If you see it, no date. They've been advertising this game for almost a full year on their television. Coming soon to your favorite console. The way the guy spoke, who works on the game, I don't think it's coming out. May come out by Christmas time. Which was Gunther next week. Wow. I take a New Day reunion. In even 2 minutes. Nice. Thanks, Fat. Again, I firmly believe they're not showcasing Taya right. She's better than a lot of the men on the roster. She can just I know I say this all the time, but she plays to the back of a stadium. That's how good she is. Oh. No. Next Saturday of AEW Rampage. Is Rampage on Saturday next week? I will not be here Friday night for a Rampage live stream. I got something else very special going on, which will lead to something else on the channel. We'll talk about that at the very end of the stream. I'm very excited about it. A Friday night it is going to be good. It's a good holiday, Hollywood night next Friday. I don't know if Knock or Eric will be joining. I hope they do, but we'll see. It's going to be a good time. Good facials. Good acting. She's selling Emmy with that. All right, we're past 2 minutes, Fat Laces says. Fat Laces, our official timekeeper. Got about another 30 minutes of the show left. One women's segment. Again, Jade out here with Layla Gray. I don't feel that they're booking Taya properly to beat Jade. And they're not booking Jade properly to seem like this is a bigger deal than it is. Why isn't she on TBS with the title Wrestling on Dynamite? All right, commercial break. All right, picture in picture. Yeah, I agree. 10 worst. Unfortunately, a lot of them are going to be in this era. A lot of them will be booked by Vince as well. All right, let me talk about Warner Brothers Discovery. It does pertain to AEW, so we're going to talk about this. I want your opinions on everything we talk about. Not everything, because I'm going to go through a lot of just random stuff. But Unify the women's titles. Oh, if your page, you want tag titles, and you want I think someone else in AEW wants another title. I don't think Tony Khan knows how to book women properly to have all that down there. All right. As the sun starts setting here in beautiful Hollywood, Eddie, let's talk about this. Warner Brothers Discovery had their little meeting thing this week, announcing everything that is going to be coming in the next month. I'm going to tell you right now, if you do have HBO Max, it's going to be changing. And also on HBO Max, they are losing about 200 movies this month. A lot of them are Warner Brothers exclusive movies, like the Lethal Weapon franchise, the 2 Creed movies that are on there, and some other stuff. But they're losing actual Warner Brothers movies on actually Warner Brothers streaming service. Why? Because Discovery needs to make up for a lot of Warner Brothers debt. So they are going to be kind of shopping their movies around to other streaming services so they can be aired on there. 4 minutes right now with this women's segment. This is the longest a women's segment's been on Rampage in a while. All right, let's break it down. Max is what it is. They use the O as the A to kind of bring in HBO on this. I think it's a silly name, Max. I don't know. It's the second tier. HBO is the top tier of premium channels for movies, sports, and comedy, and now you're bringing in Cinemax as the name. But start streaming May 23rd, so we are just over a month away. Matt, you might cancel your HBO Max soon. God, they get rid of so much stuff that made this streaming service so good in the beginning. Animation, I don't know what they're doing with their animation. And it actually is Cinemax. That's what Max is. It's Cinemax. They just changed the name. There's some animation stuff coming that they announced, but here are the tiers: $9.99 for an ad light plan. You get HD quality, 2 concurrent streams at the same time. $15.99 a month ad free plan. You get HD, 2 streams again, and 30 downloads. I don't even use the download feature on my streaming services really. I guess if you're going on an airport, I guess, but all airplanes have movies and stuff now. And then $20 a month, $19.99, the ultimate plan, 4K HDR with Dolby Atmos, and 4 concurrent streams, 100 downloads. I do not need all these downloads because, especially if you get rid of the streaming service, your downloads go away. So it kind of makes no sense. I think all these plans are kind of bogus. I do not pay for mine right now, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm still like getting mad at it. HBO's the brand. It's not Sam's Club. You are right. That is there's your analogy from Fat Laces right there. The match is back. If you want to watch Shazam and not pay money for it, it is going to be on May 23rd on streaming service. I just got told to go home by TNT. Fuck you. You go home. Let me go back here, see if I can watch live. While I'm waiting for this, let's talk about it. So Lost Women of Highway 20 from Octavia Spencer, Peter and the Wolf from Bono, and some other person on there. They're going to do a Barbie's Dreamhouse Challenge. It's going to be congruent with the new Barbie movie that's coming out, and with HGTV, that is more of a Discovery Channel. Fixer Upper, again, going with the Discovery stuff here. Chip and Joanna Gaines will be doing a hotel. I think that's what it's called. Fixer Upper Hotel. You have Surviving the Raft, which I guess is just Survivor on a raft. I don't really know what it is. I didn't watch the trailer for this. You have Shaun White, The Last Run. He looks like Orange Cassidy, very much like Orange Cassidy. And Downey's Dream Cars, where it's going to be, I guess, like Jay Leno's Garage or something like that. The Sympathizer. I didn't watch the trailer for this, but I heard it was good. This is with Robert Downey Jr. too, where he plays like multiple characters. An HBO original, you can see the difference too between the quality of shows. Not that like Max is so bad, but I mean the HBO shows are something special. So if you see the HBO moniker above something like The Regime here with Kate Winslet, you might want to check it out because the quality is going to be good. Here's the only animation that was announced. You have I want to get the actual name, Tiny Toons Lunarversity, and you have the Rick and Morty, the anime, coming. 7 minutes are going on. This is the longest women's match on Rampage in months. $20 is way, way too much. And that is it. Fat Laces with the official time. Let us know. This is bad for business. I don't get the reason behind this. They're trying to make a Netflix killer. Gremlin Secret of the Mogwai coming out, a Max original. I thought this was going to be on Netflix at first, but maybe got shopped around. Yes, totally agree. And Rick and Morty does seem pretty interesting, Knock. Thank you for joining, Knock. Here it is. The time, 8 minutes and 30 seconds officially. Our timekeeper for this women's match. Thank you, Fat Laces. Layla Gray getting beat up by Taya now. We're getting a face-off. True Detective, Night Country. This series is a little off. The first season was very good, but hopefully this one picks it back up. There's going to be a Conjuring Universe show. And Welcome to Derry. This is the cast so far. I do believe that's the only announced cast. That is going to be a prequel to It. Jade taking control here on Taya Valkyrie. Let me just run through here. A Knight of Seven Kingdoms, the Hedge Knight. This is going to be about 2 people going through Westeros. I think it's like 90 years before the original Game of Thrones series. So you can get more Game of Thrones. The only problem with this is it takes so long in between production. Again, the new season of House of the Dragon is in production this week. The Penguin, you can watch the actual trailer that they put together. It has actual footage from the show and footage while being filmed with the cameras in there. Kind of cool, but it just, I don't know if this really does it for me. And then this is the big one. Harry Potter is getting a full-on reboot as a TV show. It's going to be all the books going through 10 years. So it's going to be a 10-year venture, and it's not an HBO. Look at that. A Max original. It does not have the big backing from the HBO studios. It is a Max original. There's a difference. In fact, as you pointed out too, the HBO ones are always better. Let me know what you think about this HBO Max, excuse me, this Cinemax reboot of Harry Potter. I'm for it. Oh my God, Jazz is on. I'm gonna run through these comments while Jazz ass is on. That commercial break was absurd. Knock. How you guys feel about the Harry Potter series? There we go. 10 seasons, 10 years. They're gonna break up the books like the movies did with the last two. Watch the first season, that was great. A few episodes second. Yeah, so I'll say season 1, very good, worth a watch. Season 2, you're fine. Season 3 with Mahershala, it was good. They just had some super natural elements. Oh my God, this is awful. Yeah, that last season, man, it just ruins it. Not feeling the reboot. Okay, I don't know. There's something about it that I'm not really digging either. Penguin. Apparently, Clayface is going to be in the Batman sequel. I'm excited for that. Fortnite can finally get into Harry Potter, but it needs to be handled properly. I agree. The movies were just handed off sporadically from directors. I had like a couple of the same directors for some of them, but you could tell the difference. Even Hogwarts changed in some of them. So they do. They need that. And why am I talking about this? It is because of this. We're watching Rampage tonight. It is a Tony Khan product, and we're gonna get to trivia in a second here. But this could affect an AEW streaming deal. How they feel AEW is as a product to add to the streaming deal, and if they do they put the pay-per-views on there as well? They have Dynamite, Rampage, All Access. They have a new show coming Saturday nights, we just talked about. That is why I'm talking about this. This all could come together for AEW and what it has to do with AEW's future being on a streaming service and getting more money later on. There's a lot to it. So let me know in the comments what you think about the new Max deal, what it means with AEW, and what it means for your subscription services. I'm not paying $20 for HBO Max when they're getting rid of stuff like their own properties, like Lethal Weapon and the Creed movies. Nah. Hassan, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. DC couldn't miss growing up. Yeah, man. Again, if you want, May 28th, that is when May 23rd will be there, and they announced that The Flash will be on in the fall. Ew, gross with these nipples. This segment is beyond terrible, noob. But yeah, HP series is I just, you can do this right, and you can intertwine. Like the Harry Potter series is very white, but you can do this without making it very white. You can do this properly. It's just kids in school. You can do this very properly. I'm fine with a more up to date version of this. Knock, man, thank you so much for joining. Knock and everyone else. I'm sorry you gave it a chance, Knock. These new Acclaim shirts, if you get them, that's cool. I just do feel that they are very cheap looking. All right, live from Pittsburgh. You know they're gonna do something hopefully with Britt Baker on here. That is it. Let me know if you have any thoughts on there. I know I just covered a lot. The big ones are Welcome to Derry, the Harry Potter series, and then the fun ones are going to be, like Tiny Toons and the Rick and Morty anime. But let me know what you think. Yeah, that's a lot. They unveiled a lot, and just hopefully I covered it decently enough. I thought what's going on HBO Discovery. Maybe it's time. Man, you might be right, actually. If they would put more AEW stuff on there, I could see paying $9.99 a month. But I mean, if I'm not getting pay-per-views for $9.99 a month, the WWE network was $9.99 a month, and they had up-to-date stuff. So that's all I'm saying. And ROH isn't putting new content on there unless it's just the weekly show, which is fine. But I mean, that was so bad. so many bad things to say about Velma. Let's do some trivia. Trivia is good. Time for you to try to be tonight's trivia champion. Answer in the chats, and if you're not playing live, if you're watching the show later, let us know how you did in the comments. I think ROH would have benefited HBO Max more than yeah. Yeah, there's I forgot the numbers. I had them written down, but huge numbers for Peacock that WrestleMania brought in. Huge. I hate that I sound like that. Sorry. Let's do some trivia. Let's have some fun here. Here we go. 9 questions. Which SmackDown star just blacked out his Twitter and removed WWE references from his bio? We're on a commercial break. We got about maybe 20 minutes together. Noob wants to hold on to his title. Drew McIntyre. There it is. Drew McIntyre. Fat Laces, Matt. Yep. Was he on SmackDown tonight? Let us know. It's a very odd thing. There's so many things going on with the rumors, but contracts, illnesses. Question number 2: what WoW star got cast in Sacramento? It is a road trip movie going from, I do believe, Los Angeles to California, or it's just Sacramento. Michael Cera, Kristen Davis. No Drew on tonight. Okay. How many people are subbed on our club? I do not know. It's a really good idea for HBO to turn that new sub potential down. I agree. Well, if Drew really does leave, that'll be huge for AEW. I don't think he's going to do that much in AEW, to be honest. If they can scoop him up. If they can scoop him up for the All-In show, that'll be very good for the All-In show. Not Santana Garrett. I do believe Drew will fade in AEW pretty fast. And I do believe he'll be one of the best people in AEW next to Kenny Omega. So they need to book him right. I'm going to give you both a point. One got the name right. One got it first. Not Penelope Pink, but she did do the live stream on WoW if you follow them on Instagram. AJ Lee is in there. She plays a fighter who goes along on the road trip, so kind of in her wheelhouse. The Triple H throws a chair to knock. Get that Uncle Howdy kicking. How old is Marina Shafir? How old is the problem? Jack Perry. Not Jungle Boy really anymore. They're kind of getting rid of that, which we kind of called when we first started this podcast. The Jungle Boy would be kind of phased out around this time. So the oracles of wrestling are here. Oh, the sledgehammer. So they both, Sean Spears is back and now he wants a piece of NJF too. I get its storyline, but you got this pillar storyline going. 4 people going after MJF. So it's just another like messy thing to throw in there. Come on, TK. Got 38. We got 35. We got 38. Got 35. Gets knocked the sledgehammer for the main event. Sean Spears has been. Apparently, he's going through something personal, so I guess that's why he's gone. Let's see what it is. Let's see if anybody's right. What is it? 35. Fat Laces with it first. It's Noob and Fat. They are tied. Anyone can still get in here. What state just passed a ban on TikTok? I don't. What state just banned TikTok? There's something else personal I think going on too that he commented on. Got Alaska, China. I do believe China might have, but let me know what U.S. state just banned TikTok. Knock and Eric do a lot of fun stuff on TikTok. I do not have our TikTok handle on here, but I know they do a lot of cool stuff on there. I do not. If you see stuff on Instagram, that's me or Knock, and then Twitter is mainly Knock. Still Jungle Boy, still using the song. I do like it. And who got it first? There it is. Montana. Montana did. I don't know how you can pass a ban on something like this or how you can operate to do it, but Matt, you got it too. I don't know how this can happen, but I guess it can. I don't know how you ban it. Like, can you cross the border and it doesn't work anymore? Sean Spears with Peyton Royce. Just found that out. He really is the man. We got all the comments on here. Everyone gets it. Triple H, Matt. Good choices, Mr. All Power, but wrong. I don't TikTok, but hey, Knock and Eric are killing it on there. Every time I look at my phone, there's updates. Sean Spears, he's kind of got his Cody symbol on again. Next question. In this summer's Fall of X series, what Marvel hero does Nightcrawler become? This summer, they're doing a Fall of X series, kind of like how they did the House of X. Now it's going to be the Fall of X. Nightcrawler becomes a Marvel hero in this for a short amount of time. See if you can pick who it is. It is someone who has been on our movie screens. He holds up a 10 sign going back to the NXT gimmick. Mr. All Power gets this one. They're talking about the new dad stuff on here. More personal stuff on here again. Talking about that with JR. Spider-Man, Uncanny Spider-Man. That is who Nightcrawler becomes. Bamf. Nice job, Mr. All Power. Next question. How many years in WWE is Bianca Belair celebrating in this picture? The EST is celebrating an amount of years in WWE. How many? No, he's not become a whiny know-it-all asshole. Noob, yep. Let me know if you're interested in that. Comics these days, man. All her accomplishments right there. Mr. All Power, that's all you gotta do sometimes in trivia. As the sun sets here in beautiful Hollywood. Which side am I on? Why am I so hard bad at this? All these guesses. This is not insider trading. Knock. You got it. 3 years on the main roster. Knock, you are right. It's us working on a video to come out. Nice. Knock makes such good videos, man. Knock and Eric, man. Always coming up with very good stuff on the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Those two put together such great videos. I just yak my damn mouth for an hour. How old is Leon Ruff? We talked about, oh my God, Luther's still in AEW. Leon Ruff is still in AEW. How old is Leon Ruff? He just had a birthday this week. Leon Ruff is still in AEW. Nice. Aiming for Wednesday. I might do another retro game. So if you're up in the morning on maybe Tuesday. Hell yeah. And we got a lot of cool stuff in the backlog. So if you got we got tier lists and all other stuff here that you can comment on. Action outside of the ring. Interesting match to be the main event of Rampage. All right, they're doing the whole thing where everyone's still watching TV while the pillars are fighting their matches. 27 fat laces, and Matt, you two got it. Happy birthday, Leon Ruff. Yeah, we all did, kind of. Picture in picture again. Leon Ruff is actually really good. He's great. He was the North American champion NXT and really good. He had a match on Dark with Ethan Page. Why is Ethan Page on the main roster more? But didn't win, but had some innovative moves. Okay. For those who have time to watch Dark, whatever. Dark and Dark Elevation. I don't want to make a comment, Fat Laces, but yeah. All right. Which rumored Wide Six member just showed up in ROH? Two questions left. Which rumored Wide Six member just showed up in ROH this week as Sean Spears is thrown out of the ring? Looks like the next match for the new ROH. Pure Champ Shibata will be against his student Alex Coughlin. I like that. That's good. Calling it now. Alex Cough Kim will get signed. I don't know who that is. Not Rowan Matt. That isn't a good. I was going to put a picture of him on there, but Noob's got it with Dutch and Vincent. They are all ROH. I'm interested for it, but I'm also like, I don't know. I'm just really disappointed in the whole Bray Wyatt storyline. That would be funny if Bo Dallas showed up with the mask on. That'd be funny. Oh, okay. Like, who's that? What? All right, last question. Everybody ready? We'll give you a little taste of the sunset on a cloudy Hollywood night. All right, now back to the trivia. Last question, question number 9. Thank you all so much for spending your Friday nights with us, man. Really appreciate it. What X-Men did Nicholas Hoult play? Renfield coming out this weekend. Nicolas Cage was Ghost Rider for 2 movies. Aquafina was in Shang-Chi. Nicholas Hoult was in the Fox X-Men movies. X-Men will be introduced soon. Just want to take a minute to point out this week's poll is live. And once again, the choice your boy picked is in the lead. Whatever, man. Whatever. We're always on opposite sides of these polls. All right, we're going to the tie on this one. Fat and Knock, you both got it. That is right. Beast, he did a good job as a Beast. I liked it. All right, I'm going to tally these up here. Oh, that's right. He was in love with Misty. Was he? I forgot these movies, man. I got to say. I like the first one a lot. First Class was really good. And then like parts were hit or miss for the other ones. Like Days of Futures Past had some really good moments, but like I don't know, I think they tried to cram too much in there. All right. Again, no Rampage next week. Going to be doing something really cool. We'll talk about that in a little bit after I tally up these totals here and see who is tonight's trivia champion. Thank you all for playing along. There they are. Jack Perry versus Sean Spears. I've not seen Warm Bodies. I got to watch that. Nice one. Any recommendations too? All right, let me tally these up here. 1, 2, 3. Give us a like too, man. If you haven't given us a like, hit that thumbs up, help our algorithm. It really does help the algorithm. It's a really weird thing to say and pump that each week, but that was a weird thing to say too. But anyways. All right. Just remember Beast being the worst character to play in the X-Men NES game. Yeah, he was. He was good with his like low thing, but he's so like slow and clunky moving. First Class, Days of Futures Past, and I know it wasn't Apocalypse. I know it wasn't Dark Phoenix. I know it wasn't New Mutants. He wasn't in that, but I know there's another one in there too. Probably 2 more. It's God, they're just so forgettable. Mr. Allpower saw Warm Bodies, kind of like a comedy. Okay. But zombies. Oh, I remember the poster for it. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Allpower. All right. Tonight's champ. Fat Laces with 5. You got it. Thanks for playing. You are the champ, Fat. Oh, yeah. Is that Aubrey Plaza, Fat Laces? Champ. Excuse me, champ. Champ. Is that Aubrey Plaza? There we go. I'll get back to the. Okay, Aubrey Plaza, Real Kings, First Class, Days of Futures Past, Apocalypse, and Dark Phoenix. They went into First Class right into Days of Futures Past. That's daunting, but that makes sense. Those four. Fat Lace is the champ. In a little bit here, I'm going to talk about what we're going to be doing next week while there will be no Rampage stream as a DDT delivered to Jack Perry. I'm going to wear your belt, champ, if you don't mind. Me and Eddie are going to wear your belt. Fat Laces is the one. Noob, Matt, and Knock were close. Mr. All Power had one in there. Rampage on earlier. So let me ask you this. I do believe the Saturday show for AEW is going to be on early, and it's going to be more like WCW Saturday night. Will you watch that, or would you skip that? So in the chat, just put watch or skip to a WCW Saturday night show on at an earlier hour. I do believe Saturday night was on around 5 or 6 o'clock p.m. at night on Saturdays. And then once this match ends, I'll let you all know what we're going to be doing. This next upcoming Friday, it's going to pertain to something that's coming on the channel and something else that we might be doing. So we'll see. Jack Perry gets it. That is the win. Crowd's really not into it anymore. They got to really stop doing these Dynamite, Dark Elevation, Rampage, and then whatever else they're going to film stuff. And again, when you tune in this Sunday for the show, I'm going to start mentioning something throughout the episode. And if you pick up on what I'm saying, we'll see if you can be the first one to guess. Does anyone remember the Wolverine game on the PS3 or Xbox 360 era? I do not remember that. I remember the Sega Genesis one and the NES one. Yeah. Now they tape ROH after dark. Oh, does air next Saturday night. All right. Well, next Saturday night, I'm probably not going to do Rampage anyways because it's Saturday night. But here's why there wouldn't be one on Friday night anyways. If I can get down to it. Next week, Friday, we're going to be going to, hopefully either Knock or Eric will be joining. But we're going to be going to the premiere with a Q&A with Chris Gore, Attack of the Doc. It is a documentary about Attack of the Show and G4. If you are a fan of G4 and what it used to be, not the TikTok and Twitch streamer version that just came out in the past year. We're going to go to the premiere of this. We're going to get some video, and we're going to talk to some people that were involved in the film, that made the film and actually worked for G4 in the first iteration. So expect some interviews and some cool stuff like that. And we might even have one or more either on our weekly episode, or we might do a separate video and talk about their experience working on the good G4 that was. If you want to watch the preview to this Attack of the Doc, I put the link down below. It is the YouTube link. So that is the big hubbub that we're going to be doing next week. I got our Instagram handles on here. I will be posting stuff. I might be doing some live streamings on our Instagram. I do not know. I do like being in the moment at these things, so I might not stream at all. But I will take some pictures and videos, and we're going to do some cool stuff on the channel. But I'm glad some of you people right here know what's going on with G4, the good G4, because I'm really excited to be going to this. It's going to be really cool. We're going to go to the premiere, and we're going to report back to you. So make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you are part of our channel. We do a lot of cool stuff randomly here in LA, and we get to do stuff like this. So I'm excited. And I had a great time tonight. I really did. Thank you all for joining in. I loved it. It was so much fun. The comments, the games, everything. Again, as night falls here in Hollywood, California, and I hold the champ Fat Laces belt. I had a good time. Again, if you're not watching this live, leave some comments. Let me know how you did on trivia not live. I'd love to know how some of you do trivia if you watch this not live. But thanks again for everyone who commented. Black Panther's on now. Always a Marvel movie on the WB networks. But that is what it is. All right. I hope you had a good time. Champ, I'll shine this up and keep it nice for you all weekend long. Thanks again. My name is Zach. Thank you for tuning in. Knock, thank you for joining the chat. Eric, the CEO, thank you for allowing me to be here and exist. I do appreciate that. But again, hit that thumbs up. That really helps. Subscribe to the channel. We like doing a lot of random stuff. And then Tuesday, I'm going to do one of two things Tuesday. Since I'm not streaming Rampage, I might stream NXT. So let me know in the comments. Would you rather stream NXT at night or stream an old NES game in the morning? Let me know. But again, thanks for tuning in. My name is Zach for West Coast Popcast, Knock and Eric. Thank you for being a part of our channel and our community. We love you. Have a great weekend and be excellent to each other. Take care, everyone.